Ever dreamed of having a full-blown audio production studio right on your own computer? I'm talking about a place where you call the shots, directing voice actors, inventing new characters from scratch, and producing entire scenes without ever needing to book a studio. Well, today, we're diving into the QWEN3 TTS Pro Suite, which basically puts an entire director's toolkit right at your fingertips.
Look, if you're a content creator, you know the drill. Finding good voice talent is tough. It's expensive, it's a scheduling nightmare, and the back and forth for retakes can slow everything down. It's a massive bottleneck that just eats up time and money.
Well, that's exactly the problem a tool like QWEN3 TTS Pro is built to solve. Think of it as your own personal AI audio director. And here's the best part. It runs completely locally on your own machine. That means no cloud services, no subscription fees, nothing. You get total creative control. You're not just spitting out audio files, you are actually directing a performance.
So, here's our game plan. We're going to approach this just like a real director would. First, we'll get to know our studio, then we'll cast our digital actors, learn how to direct them, pull a whole scene together in the batch studio, and finally, get everything organized in our creative library.
Okay, first up, your AI audio director. The big thing to get here is that this is a completely self-contained workflow. We're talking over 15 gigabytes of powerful AI models running right on your own hardware. That means you get maximum privacy, zero lag from the cloud, and no reoccurring bills. It's all yours.
All right, now for the fun stuff, casting. Every great project starts with finding the right voice. And this suite gives you 3 completely different, really powerful ways to find that perfect voice for any role you can imagine.
So you've got 3 main choices on how to hire your talent. You can use a high-quality preset with custom voice, which is like picking from a roster of pros. You can invent a totally unique character with voice design. Or you can create a digital double of a real voice with the clone engine. Let's look at each one.
First, you've got your custom voice tab. Honestly, think of this as your lineup of professional voice actors ready to go 24/7. You've got great presets like Ryan, Vivian, and Sohee. You just pick who you want, type your script, maybe add a little note like speak softly, and boom, you get a super clean, professional take.
Okay, but what if the character you need doesn't exist on any list? What if you need something truly unique? That's when you jump over to the voice design engine. This is where things get really cool. You're not picking a voice, you are describing one into existence with a simple 2-part formula.
The secret sauce here is separating the voice from the performance. First, you describe the body, its physical traits, age, gender, maybe a raspy texture. Then, in a separate prompt, you describe the acting for that specific line, the emotion, the pacing, the volume. The AI then brilliantly combines those 2 ideas to generate a voice that's never been heard before.
And in the app itself, you can see this laid out perfectly. You have one field for the voice description, that's the body, and another for style instruction, that's the acting. Mix and match these, and you can create literally anything, from a wise old wizard to a quirky little robot.
And finally, we have the voice clone engine. This one feels like straight-up magic. You use this when you want to replicate a specific voice. And what's just wild is how little audio it needs. Seriously, you feed it just 3 to 10 seconds of someone talking, and the AI can create a scarily accurate digital replica that you can then use to say anything you want.
Okay, so we've officially cast our actor. Now it's time to step into the director's chair and actually direct the performance. For that, the suite gives us a bunch of precision sliders to tweak the delivery, whether it's a preset, a brand new design, or a clone.
Your most important tool here is going to be the temperature slider. Think of it as a creativity knob. Keep it low, and you get the news anchor, super stable, very consistent. The middle range is the sweet spot, perfect for most normal dialogue. But if you crank it up into the drama zone, that's where you can get really intense emotions like yelling or whispering.
You've also got Top P, which kind of controls how expressive the voice is, lower it for cleaner pronunciation, raise it for more character. But the real secret weapon for getting things just right is the seed. This lets you lock in a specific performance. So if you generate a take you absolutely love, you can just grab its seed number and get that exact same result every single time. It's key for consistency.
So we know how to cast, we know how to direct, now let's put it all together. The Batch Studio is the heart of this whole operation. It's basically a timeline editor for your audio where you can lay out an entire scene with multiple characters, generate all the lines, and review everything in one place.
As you can see, the whole interface is built around these script blocks.
Each block is one line of dialogue, and it has its own settings, its own speaker, its own style instructions, its own language. This gives you incredibly fine-grained control over every single moment in your scene.
And what makes this workflow so incredibly efficient is this simple color-coded system. Lines start out gray, meaning they're waiting to be generated. Once they're done, they turn yellow, which means they're ready for you to listen. From there, you just mark them green for accepted or red for rejected. And here's the smart part. When you hit generate again, it only redoes the red ones. It's so fast.
But you know how it is. Sometimes you get a take, and it's good, but you wonder if it could be better. A good director always wants a few options, right? Well, the Batch Studio has a killer feature for just that.
See this little X3 button right here? That thing is your new best friend. When you click it, the AI goes and generates 3 different takes of that one line for you, each with a slightly different performance. It then pops up a little picker so you can listen to all 3 and just choose the one you like best. It's like asking an actor, hey, can you give me a few different reads on that?
And finally, every director needs their production Bible. You know, a place to keep all your notes on characters and acting styles. That's exactly what the Style and Profile Manager is. It's your personal library for all your creative assets. In this tab, you have one central spot to manage everything you've saved. And you're not just saving little bits of text, you're saving entire vocal identities and detailed performance notes that you can pull up and reuse in any project anytime you want.
So you can save all your custom styles, build out these really detailed voice design profiles. But the absolute killer feature here is the live syncing. You can enable or disable any style or profile with just a click, and the change is reflected instantly across the entire app. No restarting, no waiting. It makes experimenting so incredibly fast and fluid.
So when you put it all together, from casting your actors with one of 3 amazing engines to directing their every word with precision tools and producing the whole thing in the Batch Studio, you really are in complete creative control. You are the director from start to finish. At the end of the day, this whole suite is designed to get all the technical junk out of the way and just let you focus on being creative. So I guess the only real question left is, with this much power sitting right on your desktop, what story are you going to tell first?